Hey, y'all, picture this: a 13-year-old kid, Malik Johnson, standing at a busy airport gate in Dallas, clutching his passport like it's his lifeline, heart pounding, because he's about to board his first solo flight to a science camp in Boston. He's checked his boarding pass a dozen times, got his backpack slung over one shoulder, wearing a crisp navy hoodie his mom ironed the night before, and then, bam, the gate agent, Karen Mitchell, snatches his passport, smirks, and tosses it right into the trash, saying, "Nice try, kid, but fakes don't fly business class." That moment, that gut punch of humiliation, sets off a chain reaction that'll shake an entire airline to its core, and trust me, you're going to want to hear how this plays out. Malik's just a kid, right? Bright, curious, the kind who asks questions that stump his teachers, with his dad's quiet intensity and his mom's quick smile. He's been prepping for weeks for this flight, Dallas to Boston, a big deal for a 7th grader headed to a fancy STEM program at MIT. His parents, Marcus and Lena Johnson, debated letting him fly alone for months. Marcus, a tech entrepreneur who built a cybersecurity firm from the ground up, and Lena, a pediatric nurse who's seen it all in the ER, they're proud but nervous. Marcus is no small player. He's a major shareholder in Horizon Airlines, having sunk millions into the company during a rough patch a few years back, not for clout, but because he believed in it. They raised Malik to be grounded: chores, manners, respect for everyone from the mail carrier to the CEO, but they also taught him to stand tall, to know his worth. So when Malik walks up to that gate, he's ready, polite, confident, holding his boarding pass like a badge of honor. But Karen Mitchell, the gate agent, she's got a chip on her shoulder, been working gates for 25 years, jaded, quick to judge. She takes one look at Malik, young, black, business class ticket, and her eyes narrow. "This doesn't add up," she says, voice dripping with skepticism, snatching his passport. "Where'd you get this?" "Dollar store." Malik's stomach drops, but he keeps his cool, says, "It's real, ma'am. My parents got it for me last summer for a trip to Paris." Karen scoffs, loud enough for the whole gate to hear. "Paris? Sure, kid, and I'm the Queen of England." She flips through the passport, holds it up like she's Sherlock Holmes, then with a smirk that says she's already made up her mind, drops it in the trash can, right there, in front of everyone. Coffee cups, crumpled napkins, and Malik's dignity, all in the same pile. Malik's voice shakes, but he steps closer, says, "That's my passport, ma'am. It's legal, you can't do that." Karen's face hardens. "Step aside, kid, you're holding up the line." "Dave, call security." Dave, the other gate agent, a lanky guy in his 20s, hesitates, looking from Malik to Karen, but he picks up the phone. Passengers are staring now, some whispering, some pulling out their phones to record. Malik's fighting tears, his mom's words ringing in his head. "How you treat people when no one's watching shows who you are." He pulls out his phone, dials his dad, and when Marcus picks up, Malik's voice cracks. "Dad, they threw my passport away. They won't let me on the plane. I don't know what to do." Marcus is in a meeting in Houston when his phone buzzes, and he steps out, heart racing, because it's Malik, his only kid, alone at an airport. When he hears the fear in Malik's voice, something snaps, not just a dad's protective instinct, but the fury of a man who's fought prejudice his whole life, who swore his son would never face the same garbage he did growing up in Oakland. "Put me on speaker, Malik, now," Marcus says, his voice steady but sharp, like a blade. Malik holds up the phone, and Marcus's voice booms through the gate. "This is Marcus Johnson, Malik's father and a Horizon Airlines board member. You've got 30 seconds to fish my son's passport out of that trash and apologize, or I'll have your job and this airline in court before the plane takes off." The gate goes dead quiet. Karen's face flushes, but she doubles down, voice shrill. "I don't care who you are. This kid's documents are suspect. I'm following protocol." Marcus doesn't blink. "Protocol? You threw a federal document in the trash based on what? His skin color?" "I'm calling the CEO, Sarah Bennett. Right now, we had dinner last week, by the way, and then my lawyer." "You're done, lady." Karen's bravado cracks, but she's stubborn, snapping. "File your complaints. I'm protecting this flight." Meanwhile, a security officer, James Carter, steps in, calm but firm, an older black man who's seen too much of this in his 20 years on the job. He picks up Malik's phone, verifies Marcus's identity, and says, "Mr. Johnson, your son's safe? I'm handling this. He turns to Karen, voice low. You didn't even scan the passport, did you? You just decided it was fake. Karen stammers. It looked off. James shakes his head. That's not how this works. By now, the crowd's buzzing, phones out, videos spreading like wildfire. Justice for Malik is trending before Malik even boards. An airport manager, Elena Torres, rushes over, takes one look at the scene, and her face says it all. This is a PR disaster. She scans Malik's passport, which beeps green, legit as it gets, and hands it back, saying, Malik, I'm so sorry. You're cleared to board. Malik, still shaken, takes the crumpled, coffee-stained passport, and Marcus's voice comes through. Son, get on that plane. Don't let them steal this from you. I'll handle the rest. Malik nods, wipes his eyes, and walks onto the jetway, head high, even as his hands tremble. While Malik's in the air, Marcus is a force of nature. He calls Sarah Bennett, who's horrified, then his lawyer, then every major shareholder he knows. By the time Malik lands in Boston, Horizon stock is dipping, social media is ablaze, and an emergency board meeting is set. Marcus doesn't just want an apology, he wants change. He presents data showing Horizon's had a 50% spike in discrimination complaints over 3 years, plays passenger videos, and lays out demands: mandatory anti-bias training, a hotline for profiling reports, diversity in hiring, and an independent oversight board. The board resists. It's costly, it's messy, but Marcus holds firm. This isn't one bad apple, it's a rotten system, and if you don't fix it, I'll pull my shares and let the world know why. They cave, the reforms pass, and Horizon becomes a case study in accountability. But here's where it gets real. Karen writes Malik a letter months later, not some corporate PR stunt, but a raw, handwritten confession. She admits she grew up in a bubble, made snap judgments, thought she was just doing her job. Losing everything: her job, her kids' respect, forced her to face her biases. She's volunteering now, working with marginalized communities, trying to unlearn decades of prejudice. Malik reads it, torn between anger and hope, and writes back, not forgiving her, but saying, if you mean it, keep doing the work, help others avoid what I went through. That exchange, it's not a tidy Hollywood ending, it's messy, human, real. A year later, Malik, now 14, speaks at Horizon's reform anniversary. No suit, just his favorite sneakers and a t-shirt, because he's still a kid. He tells the room, you're doing better, but don't pat yourselves on the back yet. This isn't fixed until no one feels like I did small, scared, wrong for existing. The crowd's on their feet, not just clapping, but feeling it, because Malik's not just a symbol, he's proof that one voice can shift the world. So, here's the thing: Malik didn't ask to be a hero. He just wanted to catch a flight. But his courage, his dad's fight, they changed an airline, maybe an industry. Can companies really change? Or is this just damage control? Drop a comment. Tell me, have you seen this kind of injustice? How do you call it out? Share this if Malik's story hit you, because this isn't just his fight, it's ours. Every time we see wrong and choose to speak up.